Less food, more water. That's how 41-year-old Ruth David recounts the acute food shortage faced by her household and how they are coping. Life's been hard since the mother of three fled with her family to Abuja, Nigeria's capital city, after a deadly Boko Haram attack on their village in Borno State, northeast Nigeria.
But you will not eat that you will satisfy.
We don't eat to satisfy our hunger. We just manage. We cook small, add a lot of water to it, the children will sleep, and we know we have survived that day until the next day.
That is the way we are manage the food.
After over a decade of living in a camp for internally displaced persons, or IDPs, David still relies on food donations to feed her children. David says things are worse now as food donations to the IDP camp from humanitarian organizations have dwindled due to the tough economic situation in Nigeria.
But now, they are not coming
Now they are not coming. It takes like 6 months. We don't share food at our store. They are not coming with food again.
They are not coming with food again.
As of September this year, there were an estimated 24.8 million food insecure people like David countrywide, according to the UN. This year, the Global Hunger Index, a European charity tracking hunger globally, found that Nigeria ranks 109 out of 125 countries. The index's parameters assessed undernourishment, child stunting, wasting, and mortality. Climate devastations, inflation, and insecurity are the major drivers of food insecurity in Nigeria. Hopewell Munyare, operation manager at the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, says recent global conflicts and disasters are adding to the lack of response to the needs in the country.
Our efforts will always be, competing with other interests. For instance, we have the Russia-Ukraine war, which has its own impacts on Nigeria and the rest of Africa in terms of food insecurity. There's a critical issue around that. We have now the Israeli-Pakistani war, which is also happening. We have situations of like the Syria-Turkey earthquake that happened. So in those areas, those immediate or urgent disasters where resources usually would tend to quickly go also affects our resource mobilization.
The Nigerian government declared a state of emergency for food insecurity in July 2023. Humanitarian agencies have continued to scale up health and nutrition interventions to the most vulnerable communities. Humanitarian advocates like Munyari are urging the government and stakeholders to map out long-term strategies to attain food security and halt the hunger crisis. For Gibson Emeka in Abuja, Nigeria, I'm Carol Van Dam, VOA News.